If you live in areas of bright sun and you're outside all the time with UV, I mean, UV is a cause of a lot of different eye conditions. Some of the risk factors for macular degeneration are, number one, genetics. So if you have an immediate family member with macular degeneration, it does increase your risk or possibility of getting that same condition. If you are of lighter descent, lighter Caucasian descent, that has been shown, to be a risk factor. If you smoke, that definitely increases your chances of macular degeneration. If you live in areas of bright sun and you're outside all the time with UV, I mean, UV is a cause of a lot of different eye conditions, so that certainly doesn't help with the macula either. Essentially, our eyes are magnifiers themselves. So anytime we are outside in the sun, our eyes are magnifying all that light into our eye. When we make people glasses, especially sunglasses, but even clear glasses, we apply a UV coating to the back surface. So we know that all the light coming through our lenses, if they have a UV coating or are made of polycarbonate material, that is getting filtered, right? Mm-hmm. However, we forget there's still a lot of reflection coming from the back that then reflects back into our eye, right? So it's not just, the light doesn't just all come in through here, it's coming all around. And so it's not going to get filtered if it comes from the back unless we put that backside UV coating on there. It was just kind of like, duh.
That's interesting.
Right? But it's again, things you don't really think about. You're like, oh yeah, they're UV, we're good to go. But no, you have to get both sides. Yeah. And that doesn't always occur, when you make, especially with polycarbonate lenses, you don't always get the UV, but not the backside.
When does that typically kind of start becoming more of a higher level of risk for somebody?
Yeah, so with age-related macular degeneration, of course, age is a risk factor as well. So typically around the age of 60 is when we may start to see signs. Doesn't mean we can't see it earlier than that or later than that, but on average, it usually is about that. And that's also a kind of an interesting point. So typically, age 60 and above, age-related macular degeneration is the number one cause of blindness in adults over 60. However, 50 to 60, the number one cause of blindness is actually diabetic retinopathy.